Good afternoon. It's been 2 weeks or more since I said I was going to build a vase, but lots of stuff's been going on in the personal life. So that's what happens when you're a grandma and a mom and a daughter and what have you. So I finally am going to build a vase. We're going to build a vase that are going to fit these three. Oh, hopefully you can see them. These three items. Um, there we go and put them in there. I did a bunch of pre-work that you would have been bored to tears with, so be happy you weren't here for that. I sorted into this box over here. Oh, you're not going to be able to see a bunch of blue pieces. Um, I usually keep a box because I drop stuff and then I can't find it. And then you all know what it's like to step on Legos. You don't want to step on Legos. And I thought, oh, this would be so cool. I had these long pieces that are almost the exact right height. I'll show you to be the stem. And I'm like, oh, I can make them sit sideways. But I couldn't mentally solve the complete inside. I needed an L to keep them secured at the bottom. So I'm like, okay, I give up on that plan. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a base so that we have a square of fours in the bottom. So I'm starting with 4 6s and I'm creating an overlap. Oh, how am I going to show you guys this? Can you see this if I put this? See, I'm creating this. So you see how they're overlapped. So the next set of pieces are going to go the same way. And yeah, ignore those holes. It's a special piece. But hey, when you're freeforming, you use what you got. And I'm going to overlap them. So I'm going to put those on. I sorted them by size a little bit because I know I'm going to run out of this size to not make it tall enough. But I wanted them together. And if you weren't here, I would be digging through the bin trying to find them instead of having them all sorted out. But to make this work, I sorted them out by size so you could get the hint, and then we'll try the size. So you see, I put on the next layer of sizes with the overlap to hold them together. So let me scrunch that together better. Now I won't be able to get them apart, but you'll see what's happening. So I'm going to put another layer on just like that. All right, one more layer on. Still got, I think I'm going to have 3 more layers, and I don't have enough of the fours. So we're going to use some sixes and try to do some overlap with those as well. So we have stability. Um, but we're going to use then some twos because I don't want that stuff hanging to be loose. Let's put this guy here. So I have some gaps with my sixes. So you see there's gaps. So I'm going to put some twos in. Let's see how these fit in here. Let's just make sure. Oh yeah, they're all gonna fit. They're all gonna fit so we can keep going up in our layers. I'm gonna have to put a bottom on there, aren't I? So they don't fall out. All right, so I'm gonna do another layer of sixes overlapping the sixes and the twos because again, I have one more set, but I want the fours on top. So we're gonna put the sixes, try to overlap those twos so that the twos aren't hanging too much out by themselves, or Sixes and twos, yeah, aren't hanging out there too much by themselves. So we got that. Put the two in there. Two in there. Two in there. Then our two. So again, we're getting it built up, but you see I'm trying to overlap the edges so that we don't have any problems. Let's measure our height. Well, I was planning on two more levels, but let's see. If we do two more levels, is that going to be enough? We could possibly get away with three, but we're just going to do two to call it a day. So, oh, two's escaping. So I'm going to go ahead and put the fours on again. So we increase our stability. Next set of four with a complete overlap. All right, and then I only have a couple of fours. So I'm going to overlap those on the edges. And put in the sixes, where the sixes are overlapping where the fours were. Oh, do I have another six? Here's another six. And then I'm going to leave the twos here in the middle so they're protected from getting banged off. I'm gonna have to figure out how to better show the camera. So have the sixes on top of the fours. Let's do another measure. Now, if somebody was really smart, they could do it without having to do the measures. I'm looking to see if we have enough sixes because I'm feeling like we need to go ahead and do another level. So we're going to work on those sixes. Put the twos inside. So I put in four sixes and I put the twos in. Oh, and I'm right wearing my Lego lanyard. Just because. Just because. So I need a two. I need a two. That's a three. Ah, here we go. Here's a two. Good thing I don't need a one because I don't see it in ones at all. All right. Here we go. I think that's a much better size. I need to be in front of me. I'm going to put a bottom on it so that they don't come through. But that could be 4, 5, 6. Do I have a 6 bottom? 2, 4, 6. That's an 8. So that's too big. But let's do this. We can do the 8 and make it like it's a little pedestal because we don't want our flowers falling out at the bottom. Because I have just enough of these that we were figuring out that I couldn't do the other, but we can use them for our base. So we're putting them on the bottom. It'll be a little out the one side, cause some stability. All right, there we go. There is our vase. Ta-da! Now, I have some decorations left because the other flowers that you probably have seen that I did before for the botanicals had a couple extra pieces with them. And so we have a ladybug that we'll put on there. So now you can see the ladybug on there. I got to learn how to use the camera with the screen. Sorry about that. You can tell me how bad my are and how much I need to work on these things. But hey, I'm learning how to do it video. And then I have a couple flowers that we're going to use for decoration. Almost went. Put that by the there. So there we go. We have some flowers to make our base decorated. And there you go. Thanks for watching. I'll learn how to do this better soon.